Alrighty, everybody. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Get the comments up here on the side so I can see them. If you guys can hear me okay, it looks like 29 people are already tuned in. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late getting everything set up. Been an extremely busy month here for K-Guard and Temptation Tackle. So making baits in the evenings and gutters all day. So, all right, looks like Joey said hello, Travis. So I take it you can hear me loud and clear. Okay. Going to keep tonight's meeting pretty short and sweet. Just basically here to go over a few brief things, check-in times, check-out times. Make sure you guys are off the water Friday night by 30 minutes after sunset. So basically dark, your boat should be out. You guys are allowed to boat over in the morning. So if you guys are boating over in the morning, say you guys are staying at the resort, campground on the other side of the lake. If you guys want to boat over, you can, just can't go out graphing. So make sure you guys only have your your map contours on, not out there graphing points and stuff. Be super safe. Don't run, full speed or whatever, idle over, or I think the rule's 20 miles an hour in Kansas before sunset or before sunrise. So going to go over a quick rule of the map. We have all three tournaments launching out of the same ramp. So we're going to do College is going to launch first. There's only 8 boats, so it's not like you're waiting behind 20 to 30 boats. College is going to launch first, which we'll do boat draw for them. They will be random boat draw because we don't have a season. High school will launch right after them, so approximately 6:05, 6:10. And you guys will fish until 2:15 or 2:25, depending on your flight check-in time. So you're going to get 8 hours plus 5 to 10 minutes. Junior high both days, so it's a 2-day tournament. Junior high is 6 a.m. to 12:30 to 12:40, depending on your check-in times, because we have to launch the high school in front of you. So you'll get about 6 hours and 10 minutes each day, 6 hours, 15 minutes, depending on how fast the flow goes in front of you. We'll have everybody launch at the same time. There's less than 41 boats, I think. It's 21, 13, 34 plus 8. We have 42 boats total going to be on the water, so less than a normal tournament for high school, slightly more than a normal youth tournament. So and Milford can handle 42 boats easily. Kyle just asked, can boat captains fish high school and junior high on practice days? Yes. On tournament days, they cannot. Same rule as the regular season. There is no official practice period, so you are allowed to practice with a non-competitor on Friday if you want. You just can't hire a guide or anything like that. So you can boat over. Let's go over the map of how the layout is. We're going to do the same process. Let me see if I can remember how to screen share on here. Usually I'm a little bit more prepared than this. Let's see here. Let's just share entire screen, share. Come on. All right, so I'm going to pull up my entire screen here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Make sure I'm going to log in to see. So here's the layout of the ramp. We take out of the state park, the one closest to the dam. There's 2 ramps inside the state park. There's one up here by the marina, and then there's the one down here facing the dam that we used last year. It's a real nice big ramp. It's 4 lanes wide, if I remember right. We're going to do the same flow as last year. You guys are going to come down next to the vault toilets, next to that playground. There's not going to be 50, 60 boats, so we don't need to go around this loop. Just come straight on down, come around this curve. Before you get to the vault toilets, that's where you probably should start, prepping your boat, making sure you use the restroom before you launch. Come around this bend. We're going to light this up like runways like we've done in the last couple of events, and then you guys go ahead and launch. Once the tournament's staging area, just stage out in this pocket somewhere. There will be no off limits on day 1. Day 2, we will actually not have any off limits on day 2 either. I forgot we have the live release boat, so nothing's off limits except for the marina at Milford. They do not allow you to fish the marinas at Milford, so stay out of the marinas. The one marina is very against that, and they've actually been talking about that at the state in some meetings. So I don't know what came of the last meeting about that, but we're going to call all marinas off limits because I haven't heard anything since then. So you're going to flow this way. We're going to go past the dock. You're going to get your boat key and buoy and have your live wells open and running. And then right when you get to this peninsula, I want you guys to pull your kill switch, make sure it's operational, and then you guys can restart the motor, go out past the buoy, and then you guys can get on pad. If anybody has any questions about that, please speak up now. Hopefully you guys were able to see my screen. Hopefully I did this right. Gonna go ahead and Tate, one of those is yours, by the way. Brock Biela just stopped by and got his. So if you want one of those, I know you missed out on those. I bought the 3 and they just came in today. So Brock stopped by and got one. If you want me to bring it out there this weekend, I can bring it out there. I know you said you were wanting one, and I've somehow figured out how to beat that system. So I only need one, even though I lost one last week in the first one. So let's go over draw. So the college draw, I'm going to go ahead and do a random draw for them real quick. Let me see if I can share this screen as well. Sorry. Share screen. Let's see here. We'll just do entire screen again. All right, so for college, we need to select the dates here this year. I don't know why it keeps going to last year. Oops. All right, so for college, oops, I don't know why it showed that. It's not supposed to. That is not randomized yet. Okay, so why is it not doing it? Apparently it randomized as soon as I open. That's weird. And I don't see the option to do it. Okay, so we're going to do this that way. And then you'll pay reverse on day 2. So it looks like Sam Kennedy and Austin Wiley are boat number 1. Kyle Simmons and Brett Hallstad are number 2. Will and Drew are boat number 3. Oh, this is last year. That's why it did that. Sorry, guys. I don't know why it auto-corrected. Come on, this year. Let's try that again. Okay, now random boat number. All right, and we'll do reverse boat number on day 2. So whatever you drew, you'll be the opposite on day 2. So if you're 1, you'll become 8. Do you wish to maintain? No. Okay. All right, so try this again. All right, Kyle Simmons and Brett Hallstad, boat number 1. Now that I'm in the right lake and the right tournament. Hinton and Townley, boat number 2. Wiley and Jansing, boat number 3. Hoffman and Schultz, boat number 4. Andre and Schultz, boat number 5. Vilhauer and Muting, boat number 6. Huter and Brutton, boat number 7. Hunter and Brianna, boat number 8. And you guys will reverse on day 2. Boat number 8 becomes boat number 1. So it would be Hunter and Brianna, boat number 1, 2, 3, 4, just in backwards order. So that will be the order. And I'll post this all on a spreadsheet. Day 1 boat numbers, day 2 boat numbers with your check-in time. College is all coming back at 3 p.m. So you guys are getting a full 9 hours to fish, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. both days. The high school, let's go to the high school boat draws, and that's based off of your guys' rankings for your year-to-date rankings. So boat number 11, which will be boat number 1. We have 8 boats registered for college. I wanted to leave a couple boat numbers in there for buffer just in case somebody registered last minute. So boat number 11 is technically boat number 1. So Preston or Gover and Fettledye finished in 1 for the Yangler of the Year rankings. And then Harlan and Landis, so they're going to be boat number 12, like I said, which is technically boat number 2. So these are just the buoy numbers. Buoy number 11, buoy number 12 is Harlan and Landis. Buoy number 13 is Ferguson and Munson. Buoy number 14 is Bean and Dobbs. Kendrick and Bellamo for boat 15. Beckley and O'Bannon, boat 16. Capital City, Herman and Herman, boat 17. Kobriger and Mothersball, boat 18. Daniels and McClellan, boat 19. Herman and Lindbergh, boat 20. Kalman and Nice, boat 21. Kickbacks, Carson and Welch, boat 22. Edson and Matthews, boat 23. Four and Myers, boat 24. Boat 25 is Hutchison Blackburn. Boat number 26 is Wright and Comba. Peterson and Cooper, boat 27. Meyer and Neal, boat 28. Crane and Opheim, 29. Langston and Langston, boat 30. And last but not least, Thyme and Roush is boat 31, and that will reverse on day 2. So that just goes in reverse order. So I will post this link to the spreadsheet on the Facebook page, and also a screenshot on the Facebook page as well. So that way you guys can see this. The check-in times are 10 minutes apart. We have basically half the field coming back at 2:15. So if you're day 1, Bueller all the way down to, Feldai and Gover all the way down to boat number 20, all come back at 2000 or 2:15. And then 21 through the end comes back at 2:25. So one day you come back at 2:15, the next day you come back at 2:25. So it's very important to pay attention to your boat numbers. Like I said, I will post these. Let's get down to the junior high. Junior high, what would have been boat number 1, Lewisburg's Schaefer and Smith, that won Angler of the Year, is not completing. They already qualified and they've decided not to compete because their dad and another boat captain has a adult tournament that they were planning on fishing. So since they already qualified, they decided to skip out. So that moves everybody up 1 number. Wolf and Kalman will be boat 41. And that's not 41st boat field. And there's only going to be 40 boats out there, 42 boats out there total, but we're just using these for buoys. So buoy number 41, which is actually boat number 1. So 41 is Wolf and Kalman. Then 42 is Denny Lawyer White. 43 is Staines and Barkley. 44 is Emmanuel Bowen. 45 is Salwin Bikeman. 46 is Colin Smith. 47 is Clevenger Fox. 48 is Herring Gooding. 49 is Batesel Hutchison. 50 is Wilson Metler. 51 is Lowen Granum. 52 is Razzie Stevens. And then 53 is Nyan Essex. That will in return flip on day 2 and go backwards. So then Nyan Essex becomes boat 41 all the way up to Kalman and Wolf, which would become last at 53 on day 2. The check-in times basically divided the field in half. The first 6 boats, so 41 through 46, comes back at 12:30. And then 47 through 53 on day 1 comes back at 12:40. So I will post this all on a spreadsheet and a screenshot of it on the Facebook page, so that way you guys can see it. And just so you know, if you don't have Facebook, you can see the Facebook feed on the website. I've put that on there for the people that don't have Facebook. You can still see the feed and what's posted to Facebook on the website. So let me go back to non-screen share so I can make sure nobody has any questions. Anybody have any questions before we see you guys out there this weekend? Tate, text me if you wanted one of those swim baits so I make sure I bring it with me this weekend. Or message me on here, either way. I feel like I've got everything covered. It's all your normal rules. Nothing's changed. You guys are qualifying for for the national championship. Junior high is winner take all. The college is winner take all for an invite, so we only have 8 boats. And then high school, still waiting on a verification deal from Bass, but we should have 3 invites, so it should be top 3. I will announce that morning, and hopefully they verified my roster by then. But according to what I come up with, we should have 3 invites on top of the one we already got for Angler of the Year. So should be top 3 advancing out of 21 teams on the high school side. So anyone know the closest urgent care? Got a kid who needs to get his ear checked out for swimmer's ear. Closest to where? We would need to know where you're located for that, or if you're wanting to know the closest one to the lake, I would think Junction City would be the closest, if not Manhattan. Those are the 2 biggest cities, and they're both less than 20 to 30 minutes away, depending on which direction you're going. Or both kind of the same direction, but Junction City's first, then Manhattan. Anybody have any questions before we jump off here? Hopefully I'm seeing everybody's questions come through. Give it about 4 or 5 more minutes. Make sure nobody has any questions. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Life jackets, Kansas law. We follow the Kansas law, which is 12 and under must have their life jackets on at all times, no matter what. And then 13 and over, anytime the big engine's running, is a Bassmaster rule, and I believe Kansas is a rule. So anytime the big motor is running, your life jacket must be fastened, and it doesn't matter if you're graphing or not. Make sure before you start that motor that everybody's securely fastened so you don't get that $250 fine or cause an unsafe situation. So I think other than that, we're pretty much good to go. I'm gonna leave it open for just a few more minutes just to make sure we didn't miss anything. Got some more prizes this year. Tate says Milford already has blue-green algae, so be careful getting into the water. Hadn't heard that report yet, but I will take your word for that if you've been notified of that. I know it's battled it very heavily the last couple summers, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend swimming in Milford right now. It is a 5-fish limit both days, 2-day tournament, combined total weight. So if you have 15 pounds day 1, 5 pounds day 2, your total tournament weight's 20 pounds. Winner take all on junior high and college side. Should be top 3 on high school side. Just waiting on a email back from Bass to say that they have approved our roster and everybody's current and paid. That being said, college kids, if you have not paid your dues, please make sure you're all paid up. Your club needs to be current. Any other questions? As you guys can tell, I've been really busy, so I've been kind of slacking a little bit on making sure this stuff's been posted as much as I normally would, but it's been extremely, extremely busy around here. Any other questions? Length limit is 15 inches, all 3 species. I'm going to double check that just to make sure. What was last year? Make sure they didn't change anything on me. Should already had this done, but I've been slammed. All right. Sorry, I'm on their website, just making sure. Yep, it's still 15. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Hadn't looked at it in a couple months. Steve French said yes on the blue-green algae. It's 5 fish a day for our tournament, yes. 15 inches, smallmouth, largemouth, and if you get the fluke spotted bass, which I don't think is even in Milford anymore. Yeah, still says it on their website. I haven't seen one lately. Nathan Fetteldye, yes, it's 15 inches. This weekend is free fishing, assuming parking fees will still be in place. Yes, I would assume so too, unless you see a sign that's not. For those of you that are fishing with us regularly, the $20 thing that you buy with your tags covers you at all state parks, and I try to always go to the state parks for that reason. The state has lost some no-wake buoys using warning buoys in places. Good to know. So pay attention for warning buoys, guys. There was a spot weight in at regional. That's good to know, Nathan. I know the few times I've caught spots at Milford and Milford, they've all been too short anyways, but it's nice to know there's some 15 inchers out there somewhere. Anything else? Oh, Steve French is speaking. Steve's commenting on some stuff, but Steve is going to smoke a brisket for Sunday. So if you guys would like to stick around after the weigh-in, Steve French will have some brisket for us, which is an awesome deal. I appreciate Steve and Judy for bringing the live release boat out to all the events. And last time Steve couldn't make it, Hunter came and filled in for him. So the Frenches have been a huge help for making these weigh-ins and launches especially go extremely efficient. So we also got some more donations from Preston Gover's dad. So some more reflective shirts and stuff that we can wear in the morning. So he gave us some, rain jackets earlier, colder jackets in the winter, and he just brought some stuff we can wear in the summertime. So we will be lit up, and so will the ramp. So if nobody else has any questions, I will. My number is 913-562-4660, which I can pop up on the little ticker deal here, so everybody has a chance to write it down. That's my cell number if anybody needs to reach me this weekend. You guys can also email me, but if it's an emergency or a real question, please call immediately, 913-562-4660. If I don't answer, shoot me a text as a backup just to make sure, signal issues sometimes on these lakes. Sometimes the text will go through, but the phone call won't. So speaking of issues, if you guys have any boating issues, you guys can ride in with another competitor with your catch to make sure that you're on time. So, an angler can jump into the other boat and ride in with the catch to make sure that you're on time. that kind of came up at the last tournament. We couldn't find the boat in time to give them a ride in, but you could ride in with another boat with your catch. Just captain, please stay with your boat. Angler has to stay with the catch at all times. So any other questions, please write them. All right. Other than that, I think we're good to go. You guys reach out to me if you guys have any questions or comments. I will see you guys. I will be out there sometime tomorrow night. They are installing an air conditioner at my house that went kaput. So as soon as they are done, we will be hitting the road. So we will see you then. Hopefully you guys tag all your sponsors, all of our sponsors as well, especially the big ones that take care of us. We got for first place for everybody, we got a casking rod and reel. They're high-end rod, kind of medium style reel for this this event. And then Big Bass, I got line and all kinds of stuff to give away. So Steve French said we could also use his live lease boat for a rescue as long as we know in time. Once the weigh-ins started an hour before the weigh-ins, we're kind of stuck there, but we will do our best to come rescue you no matter what. So I will be bringing my boat. Steve will have his boat. And we have all the other anglers. We got anglers coming off the water at 12:30. So if you have boat problems and you're in high school or college, we probably have access to a couple more boats than we would for junior high. So, but no matter what, we will make sure we come and get you. We will put all hands on deck. Some of us will even jump in 40-degree water to try to make sure we can get your boat out of the water. So we'll see you guys later. We're a big team effort. Can't wait to see you guys this weekend and have a great event. Looks like we're gonna have pretty decent weather. Slight chance of rain on Sunday when I look this afternoon. I think 30%, but the highs are supposed to be like 84 to 86 both days. So we'll see you guys Sunday. I'm gonna go ahead and log off and get off here so I can finish up these bait orders and get them out the door so I can see you guys this weekend. Till next time.